I just arrived at one of my other favorite destinations to record videos. Great spot to just come and bring the kids. It's a great spot to walk. I don't know if you can see behind me, there are quite a few turtles that are lounging in the sun. These are red-eared sliders and they get quite big. And if you're lucky, there's actually and I think I've mentioned this in my other videos, there's actually a big turtle in here. You just kind of have to search for him. He peeks his head up every once in a while. Unfortunately, you're not allowed to feed any of the animals. People still do. Let's get started in talking about the current desires. You can see behind me also there is a nice little family that's here enjoying the water, and it is about mid-June. There is a little bit of a breeze, not too much. You can still sit very comfortably in the shade without a breeze, maybe not. But first up is going to be the extreme heat. Now, a lot of these questions are going to be probably about the same as part one, but maybe I could change it and reword it to make it sound a little bit differently, because this is going to be a common thing that's going to come up. It is hot here during the summer. Usually begins to pick up heat around this time, June, and then it stays pretty warm during the day through October. However, we start experiencing cooler nights when the temperatures start to drop a little bit in October. That's when things start to get better. And then November through April, May, at least Memorial Day, our weather is like extremely beautiful. So what is that? Maybe about 4.5 months of really warm weather. And like I said in previous video, there is no place that's perfect. Some people have asked me if I've ever lost power during the summer. Yes, I have. Usually lasts maybe a couple hours. When that happens, you usually just go and you find a nice place to go to. One would be the libraries, any public library, a friend's house. You can go to a lot of like Starbucks, coffee shops, restaurants. There has only been one time in my entire life where I have lost power all night long and we actually had to go and get a hotel room. But that's the lucky thing about living in this area. There are hotels and there are Airbnbs abundantly, so you don't have to worry about losing power and not having a place to go to. There are also cooling shelters as well. Like, people in need are experiencing, extreme temperatures, and they can go there and they can cool off. One of the desires would be comfortable living. Obviously, everyone desires to be comfortable, right? A lot of people are wanting well-equipped homes to handle the extreme climate, including good air conditioning and insulation. I haven't had any problems with regards to homes not having good isolation. That's really only going to come up in the older homes, the ones that are built in the 50s, 60s, 70s. And then the new construction homes, those are all, everything's brand new, so you're not going to really have to worry about insulation. A lot of the homes they deliver to you with smart home equipment as well. For the most part, your AC is extremely important, and fun fact here in California, it's actually not a requirement to have AC on your home. Health-wise, they actually require that you have heat on your home. Now, you'd think that, heat really isn't something that we need out here, but it does get cold. Even I'm shocked sometimes when it's cold out here. But during your home inspection, your AC, your HVAC, your furnace, they're all going to be checked through your home inspection. If that comes up subpar, then you always negotiate with the seller for either a credit towards replacement or credit towards repairs. But for the most part, the furnaces, the condensers, they have a lifespan of about 15 to 20 years. I've seen some that go up to 30 years. It's just really important that you maintain it and you have your service done twice a year is what we recommend. Once a year you could get away with. Another thing that a lot of people are really curious about or want to know more about would be affordable housing. Some places out here in the desert, there are more affordable areas, and then there's higher end areas, just like with any community, right? So some of the more affordable areas would be Indio, Coachella, and Desert Hot Springs. You can find some really great homes, new homes, old homes in both of these spots. Indio is probably going to be a little bit more price-wise. That's because the city of Indio has allowed short-term rentals, so a lot of the investors have increased home prices out there. But some of the more affordable places like Coachella and Desert Hot Springs has a lot of good opportunities, especially because they are considered rural areas and they're trying to drive traffic there, trying to get people to purchase homes there. And so you could do what's called a USDA loan, and that is basically a zero down payment loan. There's also other incentives and grants out there to get people into these homes. And so if you're looking for something that's a bit more affordable, really your first step is to probably get in touch with a lender to see how much you can afford. A lot of people that reach out to me looking for a $350,000 home up to $450,000, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, with a pool, not in an HOA, single family home. That is going to be challenging. Is it possible? Yes. The two places that you could probably primarily focus on, Central Valley would be Palm Desert Country Club, and La Quinta Cove is where you would find a $450,000 house, no pool. If you want a pool, you're probably going to be closer to the 5s. You can easily find a $450,000 house, even a $400,000 house with a pool, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, single family home in the city of Desert Hot Springs. It's my scoop on affordability. It is possible. And that's also why so many people are coming out here to live instead of Orange County, LA, San Diego, because their prices are insane. And another one would be quality educations. Families desire access to quality schools and educational facilities. Now, that's definitely important if you have children. Some of the really good quality schools are primarily, from what I've seen online through, I believe it's called niche.com, would be in the Palm Desert area like Palm Valley, Xavier, some of the private schools. They also have public schools in the Palm Desert area. Palm Desert ranks very highly. I believe La Quinta, and then some elementary schools in the area as well. And so if you're primarily focused on finding really great education, we're not short of that at all. A lot of people homeschool. We've got private schools. We've got plenty of public schools as well. So there's definitely options to find the best school for you and your family. If that is a concern for you, definitely look at niche.com, niche.com, where it will rate the public schools. Our schools primarily have A to A minus, A plus to A minus to A, rating wise, and then it just kind of goes down from there. So that's going to be Desert Sands Unified School District. All right, next up would be community involvement. New residents often look for opportunities to engage with and become part of the local community. That's totally possible. Even myself, I am part of what's called Women's Leaders Forum. This is open to literally anyone. Business-wise, let's say you work for a bank and you're a manager, or you work for private business and you just want to get more involved and you want to help, WLF, Women Leaders Forum, is a great opportunity. That's one way to get involved here locally, community-wise. Let's see, some other ones would be to check out Facebook, the local spots on Facebook. I'm really interested in like niche things, so pickleball is really big out here. There's plenty of things to get involved with regards to pickleball if you want to just make friends. We've got Habitat for Humanity. We've got Martha's Kitchen. Those are gonna be places where you can volunteer. We also have the Palm Springs Animal Shelter. You can also volunteer there. There's plenty of opportunity out here to volunteer for nonprofits. Another place that you can look at would be meetup.com, which is something I've mentioned before. Meetup.com is basically where you can search for groups that you're interested in niche-wise. If you want to look for cooking, if you want to look for hiking, there's all types of groups that you can check out and get more involved. And outdoor activities. We are not short of outdoor activities here. I am in a big park We've got lots of little like gazebos that you can actually rent out. You can have parties here in the city park. They've got restrooms here. They've got a playground. They've got tennis courts. They've got beach volleyball. Just a short distance away from here, we've got local hiking. Again, pickleball is huge out here. Tennis is huge out here. We've got some folks over here playing volleyball, it looks like, in the grass. And so this is a great little spot to come out and just play whatever outdoor activity you want to play in the shade during the summer. And then when not in the summer, it's perfect. All right, this is kind of a hot topic and this is touchy for me. So this topic is in regards to safety. Because I'm in real estate, I cannot specifically talk about crime or where not to live because it's actually illegal and not something that I'm allowed to do. Some of the good sites where you can check would be Spot Crime, Neighborhoods Scout, any national public website, crime reports, my local crime, crimemapping.com, which is, I think I've heard people using crimemapping.com, Citizen COP, and those are some of the ones that I've heard of. And then also I just Googled neighborhood or local crime maps or local crime statistics. You could also, I think you can go on the city websites as well. All I can tell you is that I have personally not experienced anything bad or violent. Have I heard of things? Absolutely. Do we live in the safest area in the world? No. Apparently the safest area in the world is only like Switzerland, somewhere in Poland, where they leave their babies in cribs outside or their strollers outside to sleep. You can't do that here. I don't think you could do that anywhere in the United States or anywhere else in the world that I know of. So again, crime. It's a really hard thing for me to talk about because it's called either steering or redlining. I can get a lot of trouble. So a lot of people ask me about crime and it's a very, very difficult, very challenging topic for me because I want to tell you more, but I can't. But unfortunately, if you want statistics or if you want me to say, where's the safest neighborhood in the entire whole Palm Springs, greater Palm Springs area, I can't tell you that. Because honestly, even I don't know. And I've lived in every single city. And again, I've never had problems. Healthcare facilities. Proximity to good hospitals and healthcare providers. And so I touched on this in part one. We've got 3 big hospitals out here and I've experienced every single one. One I was born at, so I don't really remember, but I've gone to visit people there. I've personally been to Eisenhower and I've personally been to JFK. Had great experiences with the doctors in every single location that I've been. Have lots of doctors, specialty doctors. I am the type of person where I tend to see the doctor quite often, and so I've got a great eye doctor, I've got great neurologists, primary care, family practice, dentists that I've personally seen myself and could definitely recommend. So if you want recommendations for healthcare, I'm definitely your girl. I know a lot out here. Eisenhower tends to be my go-to for primary care, specialty care, because I love their facilities, I love their doctors, and that's just my personal experience. Desert Oasis Healthcare is another great option as well. All right, some people desire convenience. That's pretty normal. Overall, our desert is more convenient, I think, than a lot of places, mainly because of traffic. If I ever go to LA or even San Diego, if I wanna go somewhere, just like the quick grocery store, you're gonna be hitting some traffic. And here, where I currently live, I'm less than 10 minutes from a grocery store, less than 10 minutes from restaurants and food, less than 10 minutes to entertainment, like the movie theater, 20 minutes to downtown, like Palm Desert, El Paseo, and then about 45 minutes to downtown Palm Springs. And so are you gonna be driving to downtown Palm Springs all that often? Probably not. Are you gonna be driving to downtown Palm Springs for grocery shopping? Definitely not. Our desert, even though it seems vast and it seems big, it's actually quite small. You can be in one city on one traffic light and then the next city in the next traffic light. And it's very convenient. One of the most convenient places, and I think a lot of that has to do is because our desert is relatively small and things are very close by and we don't experience insane traffic like other areas, and it's very easy to come and go. Let's say you're looking in Palm Desert, for instance. City of Palm Desert, you're less than 10 minutes from everything. You're less than 10 minutes from grocery shopping, fast food, restaurants, all of that within the city of Palm Desert. And city of Palm Desert is actually second biggest next to Indio. Indio is a little bit more spread out, a little more undeveloped than the rest of the cities, but that's rapidly changing. For instance, when my family moved to the North Indio area, there was nothing there other than dirt. And now they've got a Winco, they've got clothing stores, they've got Home Depot, they've got a Walmart, and I think they're building an In-N-Out over there, which is like our fourth In-N-Out, which is like awesome because we cannot have enough In-N-Out out here. In fact, I may get that after I'm done. Even though a specific community may seem sparse and a bit more rural, it's developing, and it's going to keep developing because more and more people keep moving out here. Modern amenities is a desire that a lot of people seek out here. And if you're looking for the modern amenities, a lot of people do these smart thermostats and like the Nest or the Nest cams. Very easy to install, even if you have an old home. If you want to do something that's a bit more upgraded, then you're probably going to want to go new construction, and you can find a great new construction home for probably mid fives and up. If you want to go more luxury, then obviously you're going to get bells and whistles galore if you want to go more the luxury route. But modern amenities is definitely possible out here, even in older homes that have recently been remodeled. Personally, I've even noticed that a lot of the homes that I go and show and I go and see, a lot of them have the smart thermostats that you can access via the Wi-Fi on your phone. So it's really neat. For the most part, every single new construction home will, oh, I got a leaf. Every single new construction home will come with modern technology. All right, well, I guess I actually touched on everything. I touched on affordable housing, quality education, community involvement, outdoor activities, comfortable living, safety, healthcare facilities, convenience. It's a very convenient area. When I go to touch on that a little bit more, when I go to like San Diego or LA and I feel like I have to drive super far and then I get stuck in traffic, I'm like, okay, I'm 100% grateful for where I live now. I actually wanted to move to San Diego at one point. I'm so happy that I didn't, because that is a congested city now. Modern amenities and social, I guess I didn't touch on social opportunities. Opportunities to connect with like-minded individuals and build a social network. I think I kind of touched on that with using meetup.com. I've personally used the website called Bumble, where you can meet business and network with people on there. It's not just for dating. You can find friends, colleagues, network. There's tons of opportunities to network locally as well. And then you've also have Facebook, where you can meet a ton of people. Pickleball is a very social thing, and it's very big out here as well. So I think that I've touched on all your desires. Next up is going to be current fears. That's going to be part 3. So I'm looking forward to talking about that. Some of the things would be health risks, natural disasters, water shortages, financial strain, the job market. So you're definitely going to want to stay tuned for that one. That one's going to be some hot topics. So if you haven't already, be sure you subscribe, like this video if you enjoyed it. Click the little bell so you're notified every time I do a new video, if you so choose. And if you're looking to buy a home out here in this area, I would love to chat with you. If you have questions, give me a call. My number is below. You can also shoot me an email, send a pigeon carrier. We've got tons of pigeons out here. However you want to get a hold of me, I'm your girl when moving to the desert area. So on to the part 3.